So in that case, it can be 2:1. That is not a problem. So it is completely up to the business how they want to report. Based on that, they have to do the mapping.
I have one more question here. Like, as we know, these business area plants come under the company code. Now here we see like geographically a different location, US, I mean like New York and New Jersey. These plants coming under company code, which is registered in India legally, and we are having the plants in US. How far it is justifiable?
Both are possible. See, what will happen is I have the plants in New Jersey and New York. Let's assume these plants are just the storage locations. Okay, they are not
Okay.
doing their own business. They are there just assume now if I have a customer base in US. Okay, let's
Mhm.
say I am manufacturing chemicals in India, and I
Mhm.
have the uh, like sales department in Pune, Mumbai, Hyderabad, and Bangalore, and I have some customer base in New York and New Jersey also. So my manufacturing is being done here, either one of this location. Once the manufacturing is done, I am sending this materials for the storage here. So I'm not directly selling anything from the US entity. My entity is India itself. This is just my storage location from where I'm selling the material.
More like a distribution center.
More like a distribution center, yes. So I don't have any legal entity in US,
Hmm.
okay, but I have the distribution center from New York and New Jersey, which I've created as a plant.
Okay. My say something like a non-SAP terminologies. If I speak, I'll raise an invoice in India for the customer who is having the purchase organization in India, but whereas the requirement for them is somewhere in New Jersey or somewhere nearby New Jersey. From New Jersey distribution center, I'll be delivering the goods to them. Is it right? If I'm not wrong.
Exactly.
Okay, fine, understood. So, in this thing, like legally, how much we will be entitled within US? Like, if I delivery challan, I'll be creating in New Jersey and distributing to a location or client somewhere within the US. But my invoice is happening in India, but my taxes and other levies are in the invoice or to the Indian counterpart, or like how it is going to be.
So that totally
Like,
depends upon your legal structure. See, many
okay,
companies,
how?
what they do is, it
Okay,
totally depends upon the legal structure. In my case, I kept it simple. I said, I have a legal entity only in India. This is
okay,
just for my system purpose. I have some
okay,
locations where I'm storing that material. So I am not
okay,
doing any sales directly from New York. So I'm not entitled for the taxation of New York, right?
okay.
But let's assume my legal structure is like I have created a legal entity in New York and New Jersey also. To serve the
Okay.
customers based on US,
Mm,
I have
mm,
created another legal entity in New York or New Jersey. In that
mm.
case, the taxes will be applicable according to the US law.
Okay. Uh, okay.
In this scenario, the
And
scenario that we took, in this one, we are
mm,
saying we only have one legal entity. We don't have the legal entity in US. So we are not actually doing
bother.
any legal transaction in US. We are just delivering the material from Indian legal entity to the US one.
Fine. Mm. Understood. I understood. Like, why I asked this? Like now in India, like most of the electronics organizations, they have only sales offices in India, but Asia Pacific distribution center of the products are from Singapore. Now I create an invoice for my client here, and I'll tell them that your goods will be shipped from Singapore. So like import duties, those things will not bother, right? In SAP, those things are not.
No, again, as I told you, it totally depends upon your legal structure.
How
So if there
implement
are
that?
any legal
Mm,
requirements, if there are
okay.
any legal requirements, no, even if you are distributing the products from here, then you are applicable for, again, country to country, it may vary. But my
Okay.
intention is not to make it complicated. I'm just telling you one scenario. I can easily delete this also. If you want to keep it
Okay. Okay.
simple, you can say
No, no,
there are
no.
only
Let it be. Let it be.
right.
Let it
So
be.
don't
Yeah.
get
Okay.
confused. At this moment, we are keeping it very simple that the legal
Okay.
structure is I have the legal entity only in India. So my taxation and
Mm,
all will only work from India. The
mm,
other location, I just have the storage location so that instead of buying all the material, bringing it to India, I can directly buy in US and sell it from there itself.
Fine. I understood. Now I
Reports, I will
understand.
be very clearly see that okay, I bought the material, but instead of bringing it to India, the purchase was done at New Jersey and the sales also was done at the New Jersey plant itself. So that I can
Yeah.
get the business area wise report how much profit I am making using the New Jersey
Mm,
plant.
fine. Okay. Understood.
Yeah. Okay. So FI point, you will be able to create a company code, you will be creating a business area. Now coming to the most important thing that we need to understand from the logistics point of view, this one we need to understand each and everything in too much detail. Okay, so first is let's talk about the plants. So in this case, we agreed that we are going to create 6 different plants. Okay, so these 6 different plants we have to create under the logistic structure. Okay, and when it comes to logistics, we have different modules: sales and distribution, materials management. But since it is cross application, we have to go to the logistics general. And this is where we need to create a plant. Okay. So define, copy, delete, check plant. Similar to define, copy, delete company code, there is define, copy, delete, check plant. Okay. And if you double click on this define plant, it will show you the list of all those plants which are already available. So there are total 366 plants which are already available in the system. What I'll do is I'll click on new entry. Okay, if I want to see the one which is already created, I can double click on it and it will give me the complete details. But if I want to create a new one, then I will click on the new entries. Okay, so just to give the proper this one, I will say RC, starting with RC, which is nothing but Reliance Chemicals 01. So this is numbering logic which you have to define, which you have to set up as per the customer's requirement. So in my case, I'm saying RC. Maybe the customer will say, no, I don't want to use Reliance Chemical as a prefix. I want to use some other prefix. So these are all the discussions that are also a very much important part of the implementation project. So what would be the numbering logic for the plant? What should be the numbering logic for the company code? What should be the numbering logic for the purchasing organization? These things all needs to be discussed in detail, and based on the common understanding, you have to decide on the plant code and the company code. Okay, only thing is you need to remember these are 4-digit alphanumeric. Okay, apart from that, there is no other prerequisite. Whatever way you want to provide the code, it is up to you and the customer. So this one RC01, let's say this is my Pune plant. So Pune plant for RC, which is, or maybe I'll write full RECH, Reliance Chemicals. So RC01 is my Pune plant. Some of the important fields here: county is not applicable in our case because we are creating it in Pune, which is in India. You have the city code. If you do F4, you'll be able to see city code of cities here. So maybe you can try if you are able to find the city code for Pune. So country key IN, you can see no one has created the city code till now, and that is the reason it is not appearing. And it is not mandatory. So maybe I will just enter the mandatory fields. Factory calendar is important. What do you mean by factory calendar? Factory calendar means the holidays. Okay, so definitely the factory calendar in India, we work Monday to Friday, and there are some other important festivals, holidays, and all, which also needs to be considered. That information is entered in the factory calendar. Just give me a minute. So normally at the country level, SAP has provided the factory calendar. You can go to the factory calendar and you can search for, let's assume IN for India. You can see the factory calendar is available for India. This is one of the very important field that you need to provide. And once you click on this address button, you will be able to enter the complete address of that particular plant. Okay, so normally in the title, you enter it as a company. Again, you will provide the name, whatever name you want to provide to the plant. So I'm providing the same name. that this is Pune plant for RECH. Okay, this is where you'll be able to provide the full address. So maybe whatever you want. Okay, I'm just providing some dummy address, postal code, again dummy, city, Pune, country IN. If you want to provide the state also, that will be appearing in the region. So this one is Maharashtra. There are some additional information like postal code, PO box if you want to provide. Otherwise, you can leave it. And as I told you, you will be also able to enter the additional information like telephone number, mobile number, fax, email. So these are normally required if you want to print it into your forms. Okay, so these are not the mandatory fields. Definitely, if a customer is able to provide you all this information, you will take it and you will be updating in the system. If not, you can keep this blank. So when you click on OK, system will create a plant for you. Yeah.
How to understand like whether a field is mandatory or not? Here it is grayed out. We can understand, and like once we went to address, we have so many things, mobile number, certain things.
Yeah,
So while
I'll show
saving, will it tell us or like?
I'll tell you. Just give me a minute. Let me save it first, and then whenever I'll be creating the new one, I'll show you. Okay.
Right.
Before that, when you try to save it, you'll be getting this box. Okay, customizing request. Now, what is the purpose of this box? This is very important thing that you need to understand. The reason why this box has appeared is because we discussed that in SAP landscape, there are three different servers. Can you tell me what are those three different servers? Where you
Development,
perform all
quality, and production service.
right. Development, quality, and production. And
The minimum three landscape, minimum three servers. Yeah.
minimum three, right. Where exactly you will be doing this configuration, creating the plants, creating the purchasing or
The
Development.
development.
exactly. We will be doing all these things in the development system, right? So let's assume you got to create maybe 100 different plants for a particular company where you are implementing SAP. Okay, you created 100 plants in development system and you took around 2 months of time to perform all those configurations. Now you tested and you want it to be available in the quality so that the end user also can perform his testing. So what you will do in that case? Again, you will spend another 2 months to perform that same configuration in quality system.
No, we will copy or
You will copy, right? You want whatever effort you have put in already here, you want to copy whatever effort has been done automatically to the quality. Okay, that will save your time, number one. And number two, whatever you have done in 2 months, you may not be able to recollect each and everything, and in quality you may do something else, which is a so whatever is working fine here, it may not work fine in quality because you might have missed one of the step which you have done in the development. So these are the two reasons. Number one, additional effort may be required in order to set up the same thing in quality. And number two, there is a risk that something which you have done properly here may not be available here as it is. That is the reason what we normally do in SAP is whatever we are doing in the development as a configuration, we record each and everything in this TR. Okay, so whenever you are setting up anything, whenever you are trying to do any small configuration also, system will ask you for this customizing request, which is also called as TR, transport request. What exactly is the purpose of this is it will record each and everything that you have done in the development system. Okay, and whenever you want to send the same information to quality, you just need to take this request number and you need to tell to your basis team that I have done some changes in the development. I tested, they are working fine. Please move this TR to quality so that the same changes are available in the quality system also. So within few seconds, all the settings that you have done in the development, which you capture